What's up, everybody? This is Mike from the Dad's the Game radio podcast. This is the video portion of our show, so thank you for watching. How's it going, everybody? I'm here with Bryan from Noobs and Pros. How you doing tonight, Bryan?
I'm good. How are y'all doing?
Good. It's very dark where you are. It's very mysterious over there. What's up? I don't know what's going on
Yeah,
over there,
like
man.
the kids cut the lights out on me like I wasn't even here.
Oh, I gotcha. Saving
Yeah,
this. Feel like Dad's not using this room. There you
yeah.
go. There you go. See your face there?
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
There you go.
Yep.
So big week in gaming, man. We kind of this is kind of the after hours show that we talked about doing for a while. I think we finally were
Yeah.
able to get down and sit down and talk out some video games and kind of stream it on there. If you guys are
Yeah.
watching right now, we are on Twitch, we are on YouTube. I promise you, we'll get a more steady schedule together of when we're going to be on. This is kind of impromptu right now. So if
Yep.
you guys are watching, thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe on our YouTube page and hit the alert section so you get alerts of whenever we go live. Same thing on Twitch as well. You can get alerts whenever we go live on Twitch. But big gaming week. I don't know if you got a chance to listen to the Dad's the Game podcast. If not, check our website out. Just www.thedadsthatgame.com. Our podcast is available live there. Check us on Twitter. Everything is streaming at the bottom of the stroller there on our webpage there. So check out all our social media feeds. Check out Bryan's site as well, noobsandpros.com. They got all their events and all their social media feeds there
Actually,
as well. Or did you change it? I'm
it's
sorry.
down. It's down to the first. We're revamping it, adding people like
Okay.
yourself on there, and
Sweet.
we just added a bunch of different stuff on there. It'll be back up on the
Okay.
first. So
Okay. Gotcha. Sorry.
yeah. No, good.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
I appreciate
No.
it.
Try to show some love there. So big announcement. If you guys haven't heard, it did go live on Facebook as of today that Bryan and Noobs and Pros and I'm going to be helping out with these guys. But you guys just landed mixology night at the Science Center again.
Yes, we did. In fact,
Yeah.
I haven't even told my wife yet.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
That'd probably be
yeah,
the first person I would have
so hold
told.
on real quick. Mary,
Yeah.
hey, we're doing mixology next year.
That's good. That's real good.
She said, okay.
Okay, so it's a good way to keep a marriage there, bro.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
we'll be doing it again next year.
Yeah.
If you were there well, not last year, this year,
Yeah.
we're gonna have that plus more.
Very cool.
We're supposed to be having. She's promising a huge screen this time. So,
So maybe the
we're
IMAX
excited.
screen, or maybe
Huh?
maybe
What
getting
was
the
that?
IMAX screen.
I don't think that huge.
Oh, okay. I'm just
Yeah, I
saying.
don't think
Yeah,
that huge. She
I'm
had
just saying
promised us
that was
a big screen last time that
right.
there was from the wall, from the ceiling. But you remember the spot we was in?
Yeah.
It was right next to IMAX, and it had that big, huge window, and the sun was going down and shining right through it. So
Right.
we could do it. So yeah,
I
she's
got you.
trying to hook us up this time because of that.
I got you. And then biggest exciting news for anybody that lives in the Midwest right now, but Battlegrounds approaching very soon. So
Very.
January 12th at Lefty's music venue.
Yep. Yep.
I'm excited. I saw the venue. We did some footage. We got some footage up on Facebook, and I don't know if you did YouTube as of yet, but I'm sure it's probably on
Yep.
its way over to YouTube.
It's
So
all being exported right now, so we can put the ads up. So
very cool. But
yep.
I'm excited for that. I'm hoping for a big turnout. It sounds like we kind of hit a market with the college crowd, and it's a good college neighborhood, and I think the timing
Yep.
is just right too. So, if you guys are in the
Yep.
Midwest at all, Des Moines, Iowa, definitely come check it out. January 12th. It's from what would we say 4 to 9,
Yeah. 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Yep.
4 to 9. Okay, very cool.
Yep.
But
And
I
then,
mean,
and then after
yeah,
that, there'll be that's a Friday afternoon. After that, we'll be on a Saturday on a regular basis. I'm trying to
gotcha.
talk to them, figure it out for sure. But yeah.
I gotcha. So Friday afternoon, 4 to 9. I'm gonna have to take off a little
Yep.
early off of work there, so it's all
Yep.
good.
It'll,
Uh, But I'm very excited for that. But I kind of wanted to go over just the highlights of the week here with you because it was a huge week for video games.
Crazy
We
week.
we talked about this in the podcast. We talked about obviously Mega Man got announced on Monday, Mega Man 11.
Yeah.
I saw footage already. I'm
Yeah.
sure we can get some footage up here. I'll this is just kind of a test episode right now for us, so we apologize. There's a lot more things we want to do. We do have a
Yeah.
streaming comment section on this right now that you can see right now. So if you guys want to leave us a comment, go ahead. I have no idea if there's anybody watching right now. So if there is, amazing. Thank you. We appreciate anybody that's watching right
Yeah.
now.
Chime
Um,
in.
yep. So if you guys are watching, very very cool of you. I have no idea though. So I don't if I don't see the comments, yeah, it's
Yeah.
not happening. So I think there's one person on YouTube that's watching right now. So thank you for watching.
Yeah. And they're
Um,
probably thinking, what the hell's going on?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
That's usually what I say. Um, that's how I run the show. I have no idea what's going on. But yeah, just I mean, huge weekend. Obviously, Mega Man 11. I saw a video play of it. Looks very promising for a Mega Man game.
So
Um,
did you see the trailer or did you see more footage?
I saw the trailer.
Okay.
So, but even from
Yeah.
the trailer, I was impressed. So a lot more than obviously people put a lot of hope in Mighty Number Nine. They said it was obviously going to be a love letter to Mega Man. Totally fell
Yeah.
flat, you know. But I would say just the trailer that I saw for Mega Man 11, amazing. Just the different
Yeah.
powers that you could do this time around. You know, the
Yeah.
still kind of side scroller action, but there's new aspects to it, kind of 3D elements into it.
Yeah.
I was impressed. So yeah.
I made a YouTube video on it, and I'm
Hmm.
gonna tell you how I felt
Yeah.
when I first seen it. I ain't gonna lie, I was disappointed
Sure.
because I was like, "Oh man, this is just Mega Man."
Sure.
And then I caught myself like, "That's what I want. I want another Mega Man game. This
Right.
is exactly what I want."
It's
Because I
exactly
kept
what.
looking at it
Yeah.
like, it looked at it like the trailer, like, "Man, this is too simple."
Sure.
But then I was like, "This is somebody that probably made the game. They know the timing, know
Yeah.
exactly what to do. So this is going to be difficult for somebody just jumping in." So I
Sure.
got excited after like the second run through of the trailer.
I gotcha. I was excited after the first run through, but I can understand where you're coming from, though. I mean, people when they think of something new, something they've never seen before, or some new aspect of it. But I mean,
Yeah,
why? I mean, after 10 games of the same format, why change greatness?
yeah,
So I
yeah.
guess
And
that's kind of where I'm at.
that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking too. Like switch it up, and then
Mm,
if they would have switched it up, I would have been mad and been like, "Why'd you switch it up?"
right.
So
I gotcha.
yeah, just run with what you're doing. That is already awesome. It's dope. It's everything good. So just keep it how it is.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, a lot of the times when they mess with formulas of games, sometimes it hurts the game. So,
Yeah,
I,
very
I
true.
know, I know they really tried. They really tried hard with Mighty Number Nine. Obviously, everybody was super mad about that game. Got horrible reviews. I don't even know if that company's still around anymore, to be honest with you. But
I heard people didn't get all the stuff that they were promised.
yeah, I mean, because it was kind of promised. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was like a Kickstarter campaign, I believe, or something like that,
Yeah,
where I
yep.
mean, it
And
was
like if you sit there and you
mm,
paid for the Kickstarter, you got this, that, and the third. And
right.
some of them still waiting on stuff, and
Ouch.
the game has been out how long now?
Going on probably 2 years, probably.
Yeah,
I have
so
no
they
idea.
might as well stop waiting.
Yeah. You might as well just cut your losses. Unfortunately, I'm still waiting.
Yeah.
I have to laugh about that because I kickstarted Toe Jam and Earl. The revamp that they're
Oh,
doing was promised that it was supposed to be out this year. I'm still waiting.
yeah.
So I got my coffee cup and my keychain and my poster and stuff like that, but still waiting for the game. Yeah, that was promised this year. Still waiting. So I know
I
exactly
forgot
how
all
that feels.
about that.
Yeah, I know
I forgot all
exactly. I
about
know
that.
exactly how that feels. I still get
Yeah,
email. I still get emails from time to time, so I still feel like there's hope that it's going to be released. And I know Adult Swim Games picked it up, so eventually it will come out. But it's like, dear
yeah.
God, I kickstarted that thing probably 2 years ago, and I still I have no idea where it's at.
But
So
you got your cup.
I did. I got my coffee cup. So I got my coffee mug, and I drink from it daily. So. Um, Speaking of coffee too, I'm gonna throw a shameless plug out there too. But if you guys like coffee, check out player1coffee.com. Use promo code Dads That Game for 5% off new orders. So if you guys haven't checked them out, very very cool. They're a coffee company for gamers by gamers. You should check out their coffee bags. They have coffee called Leroy Jenkins. Very, very funny. Very, very strong, too. So check them out if you haven't checked them out already. But I did want to, we can obviously, this isn't the podcast, but I did want to kind of get your insight on it as well, just because I know you're a huge Destiny player. But Destiny 2 Curse of Osiris dropped Tuesday. I've said my piece about it. I'm disappointed.
You're disappointed?
I like it. It's fun, but realistically, if this is what we can expect from expansions, why are we paying for expansions? Because
I completely understand that.
yeah,
I
I mean it
understand.
was 2 hours campaign roughly. I mean you could probably fly through it quicker if you had a group. Heroic missions only on Mercury. They
Yeah,
didn't expand the heroic missions to all missions, which I thought they should have done.
yeah,
There's new gear that I think is cool. The gear levels raised up to 335.
yeah.
New part of the raid that me and my group on PC. I know you call me a traitor. That's fine, but I
Yeah,
used to
you're
play
a
on
traitor.
PS. Well, I am. Yeah, I'll be honest. I played on PS4 forever, and then obviously Thanksgiving came around, and Destiny was 50% off, so I snagged it on PC. And I have real life friends that I played all Blizzard games with, and they were playing Destiny, and
But
they're
I
about,
understand that. I
they're
get
what they're
you.
just a more put together group, and they're more
Yeah,
reliant than unfortunately the guys I play with on PS4. Not to knock
yeah.
them, love them to death, but it's just they're more. We finished the new part of the raid in 2 days.
Oh,
Um,
really?
yeah, so we already finished the new part of the raid, so we're at that point right now to where there's nothing to do.
Yeah, I
So,
haven't even stepped foot in it.
mm-hmm, yep,
So yeah, yeah.
yep,
I probably need to go into the group and just be like, "Yo, this is what we're doing."
sure. Yeah, and I
Yeah,
mean it was. I think the new part of the raid was fun. I think Bungie had a good laugh because the first part of the raid is nothing but a jumping puzzle. And I know they've heard that complaint over
yeah,
and over and over again about parts of the raid, and then they just went out and did it. They actually just put in for the
a
first
jump.
part of the actual raid is nothing but a jumping puzzle. So I thought it was funny, to each his own. But like I said,
Yeah,
I'm kind of disappointed. I don't feel like I feel like they're kind of doing the whole EA. EA has been the punching bag of
Ooh,
jokes this week, but I kind of feel
yeah,
like they're doing the whole EA downloadable content. Unfortunately, where it's like it's already in the game. It's already in the game. It's part of the game, but you're gonna make me turn the key that costs $35 to unlock it.
yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah,
that's horrible for you to sit there and call them that. That's
it's just
you
how I
don't want to be
feel.
compared to
Yeah.
EA right now.
Sure.
You know,
I don't think anybody
not at
wants to
all.
be compared to EA right now, especially after this week.
You know what? Like you said, for what
Mhm.
it was all right. It was something that should have been released for free.
Yeah.
Uh, the like you said, 2 hours, and I ran it by myself, and it was literally like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And,
And it
and I
was,
had talked to you at Lefties, and you said, "Yeah, I finished it already." And I looked at you like, "What you mean you finished it already?"
yeah.
I understand now. I understand
Yeah.
now.
I mean, because, there's a lot of extras you can do. And
Yeah,
Destiny to me, and I think this is just a problem because I've been a big fan of Destiny since day one. I played it since day one.
yeah,
Was on board since the first time I saw it. But Destiny to
yeah.
me has
It
always
was.
been like its own worst enemy, to where it's like it
Yeah,
needs 3 or 4 different expansions before it's a final complete game
yeah,
that's
yeah,
promised, like back at game one. Like they
yeah,
always do this thing to where even in Destiny 1 it's like I understand the curse they ran into Destiny 1 is because they were still having to work with previous generation systems,
yeah, yeah,
PS3, Xbox 360, weren't able to do everything they wanted on PS4 and weren't able to do everything they wanted on Xbox One. This time around, it's not on previous generations. What's
yeah.
your excuse this time, I guess, is what I'm saying. So
They, yeah,
I guess my biggest problem with it is, like I said, it's just one of those things to where I just kind of feel like this is a cash grab. This is how much money can we get out of you to keep this game going, and it's like this game has the potential to be game of the year. They would have been calling their name over and over again at the game awards instead of other
yeah,
games that don't have this problem. But it seems like Destiny always runs into this problem to where it's like, how much money can we honestly get out of you?
yeah,
And I know, like, we went into it in detail in the podcast. We talked about, obviously the only way to send a message to a corporation is don't buy the product, but
that's true. Yeah,
it's hard to tell the masses that.
Yeah, it's
So
very hard to tell the masses that,
yeah.
especially something that they have high hopes in, and
Hmm.
maybe this DLC would be it. This is what we were waiting for, and yeah, it's usually not that.
I just kind of I keep on getting. I just feel like we keep on getting catfished, and we keep allowing it to happen.
Yeah,
So I mean, it's like it's like, oh hey, we're gonna go on this amazing date with a super hot girl, and you show up, and it's this old dude that's like, what the hell are you doing here? I just kind of feel like that's Destiny 2 to me. Like honestly, it's like, hey, we
that's
promise, we promise you we can do this, this, and this, and this, and then by the time I get there, and I'm like, oh, okay, I see where this
I,
is
I,
going.
I
Yeah,
honestly feel bad that you feel that way.
I do. I'm sorry.
That's horrible.
I'm sorry. Sometimes it's just the way that I feel. So
Yeah, I feel
what are
like
you gonna do?
Destiny is going to be one of them things we're going to be complaining about for a while.
Well,
I think until
I think
maybe
if they practice
down
this
the line.
business model, I think we're probably I think you're right. I think it's just going to be a complaint forever.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And then that's when they're going to start speaking on three when
mhm.
they have two almost perfect, and then we start all over again. So
And that's kind of my biggest fears when especially with Activision kind of running the show. Like
yeah,
Activision is no worse in my book. I mean, because I know Activision obviously has Blizzard, and kind of in their corner in their back pocket because it's all the same. But with Activision, I feel like they're no better than EA. Like honestly, like to label companies like the worst to work for, it's like EA's top, and then it's like Activision, and then it just
and then
kind of goes down
Activision.
the road there.
Yeah,
So
well, I can see that. I honestly can see that.
yeah,
Activision is up there in my books too as one of them corporations. So
sure.
yeah,
I just yeah. I
uh,
mean, I did. I mean, I know. Like I said, I'm not here to knock the game. I like the game. I've always liked the game. I've liked to raid. I like to be with friends and play. But
yeah. It's
enough is
one of them
enough.
games when it's
Yeah.
fun, it's fun.
Hmm.
But
It is a fun
then
game.
yeah, but then when it's dry, those dry moments, man, they seem
Yep.
horrible.
Well, and I
So
think this time around too, I think they're doing a lot more to displace the dry moments. Because I mean, realistically, I remember in Destiny 1, I think it was a good almost 5 6 months before the first expansion came out off of the original game. This time around, it's only 3 months. And
yeah,
then as far as I understand, another 3 months or 4 months from now, there's going to be
yeah,
the next expansion. But
yeah,
I guess my problem is that realistically, the expansion pack, if you bought it for Destiny 2, only covers the first two expansions. What are we,
all throughout that.
yeah, what are we going to do for the next couple of expansions? I mean, how many expansions are there going to be? What are the prices going to be? Because realistically, you just turn that $60 game into a $90 game with the two expansions.
Yeah,
And then realistically, if you add, another two more expansions at $30 pop, that's $120. I could just buy the collector's edition and been happy.
yeah.
So like I said, it just kind of feels like how much money can we get out of you to keep this going? But
Mm.
prove me wrong. Yeah.
And I did spend that 100
Hmm.
on the game on
Sure.
PlayStation for the expansions and stuff because I
Sure.
was thinking these expansions are going to be huge and everything else.
And they're
And
not.
now it just
Yeah.
popped into my mind that by March or April,
Hmm.
my expansion pass is going to be up, and that's it. I have to
Yeah.
pay for more.
Yeah, and like I said, it just what are the? Because I mean, the same thing happened with Destiny 1. I mean, they covered the first three expansions, and then there was a fourth.
Yeah,
At another, what was it, 20, $25, $30 pop. I mean, it's just like it's just nonstop.
yeah,
So I just feel like as long as we keep on letting them get away with it, they're going to keep doing it. And
yeah,
we can complain and complain and complain and complain and complain about it, but nothing ever changes until we put the stop down and say, enough is enough.
yeah,
So that's all I'm
yeah,
gonna say about it. I mean, like I love Bungie as a company. I thought they did amazing. Obviously, they created Halo universe, created the Destiny universe, some of the best games, still to this day ever made. But
yeah.
I hate this pay to win or pay to play model that they
Pay to
got going
play,
on.
and that's really going on because
Hmm.
some of the stuff I heard is locked out now if you don't have the expansion pass.
Yep.
So you're
Yep.
really paying to play right now. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And I just think I feel like it's really unfair, even though, like I said, it's gonna keep going on as long as we keep paying for it.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, obviously it was a big week for video games. when we're gonna try to do this show normally, a couple times a week. So we'll get you guys a schedule when we'll be on, so you guys can catch the show. Like I said, this was kind of an
And it will look
impromptu.
prettier. It will look a lot prettier.
Yeah, we're working with getting everything going right now, so we're trying. Um, we're also going to be live streaming at Battlegrounds too, so we'll have that up and
Yeah.
going on our YouTube pages as well. I
Yep.
believe on Noobs and Pros, and we'll try to share everything we can with it. But
Yeah. I'm gonna shoot the footage to you too as well, so you can
yep,
do whatever you want to do with it as well. So
yep.
yeah.
So very cool. But like I said, if you guys want to check out the full reviews of what we did this week, I would definitely check out the Dad's the Game podcast. You can check our website as it's scrolling along the bottom right there, www.thedadsthegame.com. You can buy T-shirts there. You can watch our I'm sorry, not watch our podcast. Actually, soon you'll be able to watch our podcast because we are actually going to start doing video podcasts as well. So it'll be a vlogging.
That's dope.
I think was what the kids call it, is vlogging.
Vlogging, yeah.
Yeah. Why is there a new word every time I turn around? I'm 36 years old, and I thought I knew everything. And then every time I turn around, there's new words that, the kids come up with. So,
Okay.
and I know I'm
Before
old
we
because I
start
start
the
saying the
show,
kids.
before we started this show,
Uh-huh.
my 16-year-old son had to hook up Skype for
Skype.
me.
I know. It's okay. That's all right.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
I grew up in the age of technology. It's like you cannot tell me anything about technology that I probably don't know because I grew up with it. But it's like
Yeah,
kids are just it's nuts on just what kids can do with this stuff nowadays.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm just that's all I'm saying. It's just
I'm out of touch.
I'm old and probably getting out of touch. I'm gonna go in my corner and just die happily, I guess.
Just
Um,
give me a controller and I'm good.
yeah, pretty much just playing some video games. I was actually playing Cuphead last night. I started replaying it and I got really mad because it was so hard. Um, I can't beat the well. I beat the first guys and then I went to the Frog Brothers and I know how to beat it, but that is so freaking tough. That game is ridiculous. It is the
You
Dark
know what?
Souls of the games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I was gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
I am up to King Dice. I
Sure.
have been up. I've been on King Dice since maybe the end of September,
Sure.
and I'm still on King Dice. I
Yeah.
can't beat him.
It is a tough
Like it's
game.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I'll maybe try. I haven't really took the effort to spend hours and hours and hours at a time with it, but that is still a great game. That is a great single player game, and I'm glad it's. Uh,
I love every bit of it.
I
The
do.
art, the
Hmm.
music, and everything. It's just.
It's
I
just well
hope
done.
they.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope they make more. I hope they make more games. That was just awesome.
Oh yeah. I definitely hope good things for them too, and I think I think it was smart of Microsoft to get the exclusive rights on that too, because Microsoft doesn't have a lot
Very.
of games going for it. So.
Yeah,
Um,
very smart on that one.
mhm. So hopefully we'll see
Yeah,
more from Microsoft coming up soon. They are
I
actually
think.
sponsoring Battlegrounds too. So if you guys
Yeah.
do not know, we do have Microsoft actually sponsoring Battlegrounds, and they're going to be bringing some stuff to the Battlegrounds as well, which is very very cool of
Yeah.
them. So shout out to Dakota and Frank and all those guys over at Microsoft. Those guys have been
Steve,
amazing.
yep.
Yep, those guys have been amazing to us with our tournaments and stuff like that. We
Mhm.
should be able to. I think we're going to start shooting a lot more tournaments and getting those up online as well. So
Yeah,
definitely,
yep.
we're going to start building. We're going to start building. I guess I start calling it the Midwest Connection because we really don't have a lot for gaming in the Midwest, and I think the man with the plan in the window right there. He's got a plan to actually start building up gaming in the Midwest. Who are you looking around for, Brian? That's you, buddy.
I don't know who you're talking about.
That would be you, my friend. Well, first time I met you, and it was at obviously the mixology night and
Yeah,
at the science center, and then you
yeah,
told us about the tournament, and then we went to the tournament and we started talking and really kind of hit it off and kind of developed this friendship that we have, and
yeah,
um, that you have a lot of great ideas, and I think it's awesome that we're finally getting to a point to where they're starting to come into fruition.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah, yeah. Is
so
that's the fun part to me. We
mhm.
always have ideas but don't know where to go. And I think once we linked up with you and then we linked up with Microsoft,
Yeah,
everything just started falling into place.
yeah, that was a big
So
one.
yeah, yeah, I think that was I think mixology was just a good move all in general. So
Yeah, no, and I know you guys were. I guess you could tell a little bit of your backstory, but you said you were part of, I guess, a bigger gaming group at one point in time, and it kind of just fell apart, or just
we
bad
had a
partnership, I
big
guess.
gaming group.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a bigger gaming group. We
Mm-hmm.
went by another name, which I still haven't told you the story about. I can't say it online.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah.
Uh,
I
just
understand.
legal reasons.
Sure.
But yeah, we had another gaming group, and we kind of after that all went down with the legal aspect, it just fell apart, and
Sure.
everybody went their separate ways. But Sean stayed on. We have Akil and LJ, and then of course my wife, my
Yep.
kids. Yeah, they're always down the game, you know.
Oh, I
But
know. Yeah, they always
we're,
want to beat
we're gonna
me
have
for
to get.
some reason too.
What you say?
I said they always want to like battle me at, at tournaments too for some
Yeah.
reason. They're like, oh, is Mike gonna be there? It's like, oh, Mike, I gotta learn your fighting style. Always your kids just want to
See, but that's
beat
the
me up.
thing right there. I think because you run something that's
Mm-hmm.
gaming,
Sure.
people feel like that you're a top-notch gamer.
Oh
So
no.
they look at you and they're like, "We got to beat Mike."
No,
When we
not.
was at Science Center or
Yeah,
when we were at Microsoft,
yeah,
everybody's like, "Yo, I want to face you. I want to." I'm like, "Yo, I suck.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm new. What are you
yeah.
talking about?"
Well, and I think that was the thing too. Is I was really good at the killer. No, the Tekken 7, because
Yeah,
I practiced, like I practiced for like a good month,
yeah, I remember.
and I did really well. But the kids from Jay's CD and Hobby, hi to them if
Yeah,
they're watching, by the way. They came
yeah.
in because they actually have a fight club that they like. I guess they just practice like every single Monday night, and they've been doing it for years. They
It's
came
going
in
on
and
tonight.
yeah, they just came
Yeah,
in and swept the floor. There was no competition.
yeah,
Um, but I was really glad though because I got up to I think I took fourth in that competition, which I was really surprised by because I beat Sean,
yeah.
and
I think you
Sean was
did.
really good, and
Yeah,
I took fourth. I was like, oh my god, and I was surprised too.
yeah,
So and then I was
yeah,
I think because of the holidays we weren't able to do it, but I know we were planning on having a Killer Instinct tournament
yeah,
last week, but it was canceled.
yeah,
I think just because it was bad time for the holidays. But hopefully we'll
yeah,
be able to reschedule that. And I've been practicing on that too, so hopefully I can hold my
yeah.
own on
I
that
think
one.
I think honestly that's going to be the beginning of January,
Okay,
and then February I think is going to be Dragon Ball Fighters.
I
So
gotcha. I gotcha.
yeah,
I'd like to see what was it too? Soul Calibur. Obviously that was announced at the
oh,
Game Awards. Soul Calibur 6.
yeah,
Because I
yeah.
know that will be on every platform too. That'd be an amazing tournament we could do as well, depending on when that
That
comes
would
out.
be crazy.
Yeah,
I think a lot of old school fighter fans would pull out for that one
yeah,
because that one is one of them games where it just brings back memories and
oh
stuff
yeah,
like that. So
big
yeah,
time.
yeah,
I remember the what was it, the last Soul Calibur that they did, that they added special characters for each version as well. Like there was Darth
yeah,
Vader and like Yoda, and then they put Link in the Wii U version.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which one had Spawn in it? Spawn was in
I
one.
think that was the PlayStation one.
Okay.
Yeah. Spawn was in the PlayStation one, and I know like Darth Vader or Yoda was in the Xbox one. I think it was Darth Vader, but
Yeah,
they had like special characters. I'm wondering if they maybe do something like that this time around for
I hope so.
each individual system, which would be pretty cool. So
Yeah, yeah.
But talking to the Game Awards, though, kind of transitioning to that happened Thursday. Big, obviously, huge announcements. I'm not going to go over all of them. If you guys want to hear all of them, listen to the podcast and you can hear them all. Biggest ones I took away, though, obviously, Bayonetta. I don't know if you're a big Bayonetta fan, but Bayonetta 1 and 2 going to be on Nintendo Switch. They're porting that over
Ev-
finally, come in February. That's really
Yeah,
a big turnaround. That was a really big
yeah.
surprise to me. Like, they're like,
It
yeah,
it
by the way, it's going to be February.
it surprised me,
Mm.
but I never played Bayonetta.
Really? That was a great game. You should definitely check that out.
I'm going to now that it's going on the Switch. Yeah, I'm going to.
It definitely, I think it was I think it'd be a good jumping in point, especially since they're remastering 1 and 2 and putting it on Switch. And then
Yeah,
obviously Reggie comes out and he's like, "Oh yeah, that by the way, that's not it." And then they announced Bayonetta 3, which
yeah,
just blew my mind.
yeah.
Um,
I wasn't expecting that one at all, to be honest with you.
sure, I got you.
I actually got geeked for it because I want to play those games, and it's
Yeah,
just like, yeah, another one to add on the list so I can play them back to back. So,
yeah.
yeah,
And then I got Will's take on this. Will is the co-host of our Dad's the Game podcast. He'll do the show with me every Sunday if you guys want to check it out. We try. That's all I can say about this show. We try. Um, but we talked about this on Sunday. I kind of wanted to get your input on it because I
Okay.
saw you were live tweeting. Actually, I think you were live streaming during the video game awards.
Yeah.
What the hell is up with Death Stranding? What like I don't understand what I'm looking at. Like I don't get it. Like I get it.
See, y'all ain't
You're
looking hard enough.
Kojima.
Let me break it
Well, it's
down
just
for
like
you.
you're Kojima. You're dark and edgy, but please break it down for me because I don't get it.
Y'all don't understand it yet?
No, not at all. Like
I ain't gonna
I'm
lie, I don't
lost.
understand it either. I'm sitting here bullcrapping. I don't
Yeah,
understand it either. It
like
was so weird.
you don't
It
get the
was so weird. I
connection.
don't know what was
Yeah,
going on.
yeah.
We went down
Uh
a man's throat and there was a baby in his throat or in his
yeah.
stomach or whatever.
Well, Norman
Yeah.
Reedus is apparently the main character. He was supposed to be the main character of the new Silent Hills game, but God knows how
Yeah.
that went.
Yeah.
And then he's main character, obviously, of this game, Death Stranding. Uh,
Yeah.
the last time that they had the trailer for the announcement, then they had the trailer. I think it was PlayStation Experience again, and
Yeah.
then they had the trailer now at the Video Game Awards.
Yeah.
But the first two synced up with each other, not perfectly. You could make them sync up with each other because if you played it during so long, when the baby kind of disappeared from the first one, you could sync it to where it appeared in the second one, which was kind of cool. This one, I have no idea where it syncs because unless somebody can figure it out and show us online, I don't get the connection between all the trailers. And I know obviously PlayStation was talking about it at PlayStation Experience as well, where they said
Yeah.
you may not understand what's going on, but I guarantee you, 4 to 5 hours in this game, it'll make perfect sense to you. Great. That
There's
doesn't do
no making
anything.
sense of that.
Yeah,
There's no making sense
it
of that.
doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean,
mm,
we didn't even see them. They were invisible
yeah,
creatures. Okay.
right,
And then we seen this little thing chirping on his shoulder when the creature came around.
right,
And then we seen a guy float down, say be quiet.
right.
Then we
The,
seen them underwater.
yeah, the invisible
There
guy had
was
the
so much
sensor on
stuff
his
to
shoulder
take in
too.
that
Yeah,
you can't make sense of that.
yeah.
This dude was on crack when he made this. I don't care what anybody says. He's not making sense of this.
He just took a bunch of drugs and was like, "Hey, let's make a video game." All right.
Yeah.
I would agree with it. It's just kind of how it feels. Even though, like, I know anything Kojima like puts his hands on is like a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Because I mean, obviously, PT, scariest freaking game I've ever played in my life, to this
Yeah.
day, and it was only a demo.
You
Obviously,
ever
and
finish it?
any. Oh yeah, no, I finished it. So
Oh, I
I
didn't finish
figured you figured out the code at the end. All you have to do is basically there was a certain pattern you have to walk, and then you had to have your microphone on, and you said the word Gerald, which was a code that they cracked on
it.
the
Okay.
numbers and just doing stuff in the game. Totally works though. If you're on if you want to get the third ring, if you can only get the two to get the third ring, the code word is Gerald. So if you still have that game downloaded,
Oh,
for
I do.
one, yeah, for one, your PlayStation's probably worth a lot of money because they don't make that game
Yeah.
anymore. And
Yep.
two, yeah, if you ever want to walk through and actually get it done, Gerald is the key word there. So, and you have to have your PlayStation mic on or headset mic on so that the game can hear you because it has built-in mic sensor, which is even more creepy if you think about it. It was actually listening to you. Um,
Yeah. Uh,
anything Metal Gear Solid, amazing. I really hated that the relationship between him and Konami fell apart because I thought they did beautiful work together. I
yeah.
understand things happen. I'm not going to get too into it because I've read stories on both sides, but I have no idea who's right. I would love to get one of these days, call Kojima and Japanese
Yeah.
translator on here because he doesn't speak English and find out exactly what happened.
We will
Um,
be able to do that one day. We will be able to do that one
hopefully,
day.
yeah, hopefully I will. We're starting small, but we have big dreams.
Yep.
So, but yeah, just I would say anything Kojima touches, has always been amazing. I've never seen him make a game that's gotten less than a 9 or a 10. In
Yeah.
reviews, he always makes masterpieces. So
Yeah.
even if
That's
the
true.
story's, even if the story's weird or it doesn't make sense or, it's really weird. Because I mean, honestly, like Metal Gear 5, it was weird, like with the story
Yeah.
of where he went
Yeah.
with it, but it was a masterpiece. The gameplay was fun. It was engaging. It had substance, you know, and I think that's honestly the key formula that works with video games is that if you can meet these aspects, then this is gonna work for you.
Yeah.
So it's just my opinion, though.
He's
Yeah,
like you said, he's a genius, but it takes a
mm,
while for me to pick up what exactly he's doing.
sure.
And it took my brother coming over and telling me, okay, this from this and this. Like I didn't know that all the Metal Gears were linked up like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
definitely
crazy.
definitely hard to follow if you're just kind of going in fresh into five if you don't kind of know the backstory of what happened. But
Yeah,
yeah, definitely. But that was that. But then obviously to finish off the week, and this is where we'll end the show at PlayStation experience. Uh, I was skeptical about this game at E3 when we saw it, but once I saw it and I saw the gameplay and I saw the controls and choices that you can actually make, but Detroit Become Human, uh, wow, that's all I can say is wow.
you
That
know
game
what?
looks that.
I have been avoiding that. I've been avoiding it.
Oh,
It's on my radar.
you haven't watched
It
PlayStation
no.
Experience anymore yet?
Like when I see Detroit,
Hmm.
like I immediately zone out. I go somewhere else. That's on my list, and I think they're saying it's dropping 2018, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely be out in 2018.
Game of the year. I'm
I
predicting game of the year.
I would think if they make it well and they don't screw it up, yeah. So
It just all the I what is it over 2,000
2000
choices?
2000 page script is what he said. Over 2000 page
Yeah,
script. So that's just choice after choice of what you can do.
yeah,
And did you actually you got a chance to watch the PlayStation Experience, right?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so you saw the gameplay. I mean, you saw how tense it was and that that hostage
And
standoff.
that's when I got up and walked away, Mike. Come
Oh
on
really?
now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Sorry, buddy. Hmm.
I seen a certain portion of it, and then I was like, oh, this is actual
Gameplay.
gameplay.
Yeah.
Like, get up and go, because a lot of these trailers nowadays they ruin it for you. It
Sure.
seems like they show a little bit too much,
I gotcha.
and this one, like, okay, I'm gonna just throw this one out there. God of War, right?
Yeah.
I'm excited for God of War, and then when they showed him fighting and the little kid talking, it kind of brought my excitement way down.
Well, and that was
Like,
what they were. That's what they were talking about as well at the PlayStation Experience. Is that they said when they were doing their playtesting, they're like the kid talks too much. So I had a
yeah,
laugh. I had a laugh when you said that because I was like, oh man, that was what Brian was talking about. Um, and they had to go back and like limit his responses and limit how many times he would respond to because they're like yeah
yeah,
that kid talks way too damn much. I'm like
way
oh
too much.
okay.
We seen
Apparently,
what him talking
yeah.
for 30 seconds, and
Hmm.
okay, the clip was probably about a minute. He probably talked 45 seconds.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, way too much.
So, if you're a parent, you know when your kid's talking too much, you understand. Um, but
See,
no, I mean, I'm
I
excited to see God of War, Dreams, Detroit Becoming Human. I mean, those all are slated for 2018, so I think 2018 is going to
Shadows,
be
Colossus.
Shadows Colossus. It's
Yeah,
I think it's going to be another huge year for gaming. I'm excited. I know
I'm
we're
broke already. I'm broke
I
already from it.
yeah, you're talking to the the preaching to the choir here, buddy. It's just I understand. Um, my problem is
Yeah.
too is that Best Buy doesn't offer their bonus trade-in deals anymore. I've been waiting to see if they're going to bring those back.
Oh,
Because man,
yeah.
I made a killing off of bonus trade-in deals on Best Buy, and they haven't done it forever. So I'm
Yeah.
I'm I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm saving up all my games. I think that's why I have such a big collection because I'll walk out of there with like $500-600 sometimes when they do their bonus trade-in. So I think I'm
Big
probably.
collection is putting it lightly, Mike. Come
Oh
on
yeah.
now.
Well, I think I'm probably the reason they probably ended the program because they're like this kid from Iowa keeps on getting $500 every time he comes in here. I'm like, oh okay.
Yeah. And
So,
if they see the collection you're bringing back
mm,
now, you're walking out with the whole store.
oh yeah.
It's crazy. It's
Well,
crazy.
you've been over my house, so
Yeah.
you know my problems. So I'm a gamer. I have a lot of games. I'm not one of those gamers that's like, oh yeah, I game, and I don't play any games. So no,
I
I
don't play
play
any
I
games. Yeah.
I play games, man. I play them. So
Yeah.
when I can, 30 minutes at a time sometimes. So
Hey, sometimes that's how you got to do
that's
it.
all I gotta do. So, like I said, I just started playing Cuphead again. So hopefully I'll be able to get to finish that sometime this year, maybe.
Good luck.
I got a break coming up though.
You just let me know.
Well, I got a winter break coming up. I actually took a week off of work, Christmas week, and I plan on finishing up a lot of things. So
Yeah.
a lot of games I
Yeah.
bought too that I haven't even started. So like Persona 5, I have that one. Never even played it. I'll be honest. It's just sitting there. So hi Sean. So Sean ran by there.
He just had to do that. He was just waiting to do that.
It's all good. It happens.
Yeah.
It's what kids are for, man. But that is all we kind of wanted to bring you today. I wanted to thank Bryan from Noobs and Pros for being here. Like I said, lot more to come. More to come. Tournaments and events and everything you can shake a stick at, realistically. So if you guys are in the Midwest, it's a good time to be in the Midwest because we are coming and we are coming hard. So it's gonna be fun. So,
it's gonna be very fun.
Yeah, definitely check out Bryan when his website's back up after the new year.
You said Facebook. The whole social media, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all that. We're on stuff that I don't even know about yet.
Gotcha.
So
something new the kids invented that you're just on already. Gotcha. I got it.
Yeah, that's what my teenage kids are for. Just put me on everything.
Right. But yeah, that's all we had time for. So if you guys are like I said, if you guys are watching, we do appreciate you. Please subscribe. Like I said, you can check the subscribe button down there. Please also hit follow if you guys want to follow. That way you can keep up to date with any events coming up. But we do thank you for listening and watching. I'm so used to being on the podcast, I just say listening.
Listening, yeah.
I know. Well, I mean, this video thing's new for me. So definitely check us out, though, and we will see you guys later. So we'll see ya.
Peace.